Here is another out-of-box review. This is another one from Atomic City. It's the 180th Aries 1B from the film 2001. This has been on pre-order for a little while now, and it just arrived this afternoon. Here's a nice new touch that Scott at Atomic City is doing. Phone number right there, plus the emails. I haven't seen that before. Let's take a look at the parts. If you know the film, you know what ship this is. And then Scott's usual packing material is some paper towel for a lot of the parts with a lot of old newsprint. Wow, that's some really fine detail on there. Parts themselves, anytime you find flash on an Atomic City kit, it's this paper thin stuff. I don't know how he does it, but it's like magic. It just scrapes away like nothing. The parts are really sharp, which is very typical of all of Scott's kits. Let's take a look at the face here. I first saw this model in person at Scott's house a couple years ago when I picked up my Klingon D7, and he wasn't selling it at the time, and just a few months ago he decided to re-release it, and he did a few fixes. Wow, this is really great, some phenomenal detail. I'm just glad that I've had a few more years of skill under my belt to be able to do this kit some justice. So this ship itself is going to be coming out in 3 sizes, I think. There's this one, which is a 6-inch version. There's the 15-inch, which is imminently being released, probably by the end of June, certainly before Independent July 4th. Ugh. Let's see. Ooh, we got some engine pieces. Nice. Yeah, that's some really delicate stuff there. I don't know how he does it, but Scott is a magician. All his work is phenomenal, and if you have the chance, well, one other thing about Scott's kits is that when it comes to resin garage kits, he is one of the most reasonably priced GKers out there, so always check his site out at Atomic City. You can search at Atomic City Models, and that should bring it up. Yeah, this is really, really great. Lots of super detail. I don't know how he got those tubes in there. All the parts are looking really, really sharp. So this one is an example of the paper thin resin that Scott is able to do. All these pieces here, and it's translucent basically. It's that thin. So I don't want to lose these, so I'll just put these back in here. But all these parts are exceptionally sharp, very clean. Scott is a model master who knows what he's doing, and I'm definitely a big fan of all his work. I think this is my 6th or 7th purchase from him now, and like I say, all of his stuff is reasonably priced. When you consider the amount of work that goes into it, it's probably even underpriced, really, to be honest. So yeah, this is going to be a really nice build. So I've been waiting for this kit to come in so that I could start up my 2001 models, and this is going to be the start of some really good stuff. I guess that goes this way, what with the tape. And when it comes to 2001 models, Scott is one of the only people out there doing these. He's certainly probably the first. There's a couple others. Stargazer comes to mind. Adam Johnson of AJA Models. Time Slip does some every now and then. But Scott is definitely the preeminent one when it comes to this stuff. So every little rib around the door here. So these shapes here are probably the reaction control thrusters which go on there. Yeah, every single line. I got no idea how he does this. I'm definitely in awe every time I see some of his work. And it looks like these are even. Yep, so we got one indentation here, two there, 3 here. So we got 3 there. Then we got 4 here. And yep, there's 4 there. And then 1 on this side. So clearly marked to go together. Maybe I'll tape this up right now real quick and show you what it looks like in a basic form. Hold on a minute. So here are some of the parts that I couldn't put onto the main body. There's 3 leg covers here. The legs look to be about 4 parts each, and they all connect to the central base on the inside. The RCS thrusters here. And some of the detail on these pieces, it's just amazing how that can be done. And these are some good examples of the flash I was talking about. You can see that there's a whole bunch of little excess here, but you just run your fingernail over it, you've got a clean part. So the great thing about Atomic City models is that there's very rarely any significant kind of cleanup that you need to do, because all this stuff just flits away. So here's most of what the body put together looks like. These 4 parts here don't, they just sit there, so I couldn't quite put them on, as well as this central canister, but all of these engine modules here, they pretty much just snap in. And so do I have a side of this without too much tape? There we go. So this is a 6-inch sphere, I think, somewhere in there, 1/80th scale. So it's just about HO, and you can get some HO figures and put them in there together. When I was, ooh, geez, yeah, spheres are fun for moving around. So when I was putting one of these in here, let's see, which one was it? Well, regardless, one of these little fins, I accidentally snapped it off. There it is, there's the broken one. So when you're dealing with these pieces, be very careful with those, because they are really thin and very, wow, just some of this detail is really stunning. So another excellent piece of work from Scott Alexander, and it's no less than is expected, because he's really does a great job on everything he does. Some of his turnaround times can be tough, but really in the end you'll be very happy that you waited for it all. So there was no interior included with this kit. However, there is one that was made by another modeler. I don't know if I'll be getting that or if I'll be building an interior myself. It will definitely be an effort. If you've seen the movie, you know what's involved in here. There's a central elevator tube and a whole bunch of chairs on the inside of this deck. And then there's, of course, a flight deck here. So there's definitely plenty of room on the insides of this for any amount of wiring and LEDs that want to fit in here, and I'll definitely be throwing a few in as well. A couple reds and then some whites for the main body. But I'm really happy with this kit. If you're a fan of the movie, if you're a model maker, you definitely want to get this. It's a really great job from Scott, as always, and I highly recommend it. So seeing it in person, I'm really happy with it. It's a great size for display. The 15-inch version he's doing is definitely a monster. I'd like to be able to get that one, and then if you get into a special order category, there's even a 36-inch, which is the same as the studio itself, but that's a really special exception. So, but that's pretty much it. The 6-inch Aries 1/80th from Atomic City. Definitely get your hands on it. I think it goes for about $180 or so. You won't be disappointed. So have a good one. Take care. See ya.